UNESCO Global Geoparks mandate without GGN is a founding partner with us, and in our steps we work with GGN to deliver GGN who formed by the experts to deliver our program. The main focus, as we said, cultural and natural heritage conservation and protection of outstanding universal value for World Heritage. For Men and Biosphere program, reduce loss of biodiversity and address its ecological, social, and economic aspects, mainly from research and capacity building point of view. And from our side, I just explained you our big picture, sustainable management of Earth heritage, from natural resources to intangible heritage, all combined together. And evaluation, hopefully in a couple of years you will come that stage. It's very critical. World Heritage Sites are evaluated by an independent organization called IUCN ICOMOS. They have periodic reviews. Men and Biosphere Reserve Program is evaluated by International Coordinating Council and the Advisory Committee, and they have every 10 years periodic review. Whereas for UNESCO Global Geoparks, when you do your application, IUGS, our partner for geological sciences, will do a desktop study, and experts will come and visit your sites on the site. And the numbers, so we have 145 in 35 countries in Africa World Heritage Sites, 85 biosphere reserves in 31 countries, I think, which is impressive. It shows that this program established 1971. They will celebrate their 50th anniversary next year, and they have really extensive network. And we, very young program of UNESCO Global Geoparks, we have only 2 in 2 countries, and that's why we are with you together, and that's why my ADG is asking us to work together, hopefully increase these numbers. So again, I'm summing up quickly why, as I said in the beginning, UNESCO is working in earth sciences. Why UNESCO Science and Earth Sciences for sustainable societies and peace building, bringing all these aspects we talked already to deliver UN Sustainable Development Goals, Paris Climate Agreement, and I will now shortly touch on that in close collaboration with our national commissions. So what we do, I think now the concept, we made a good introduction. I know Dr. Di Martini and Asia Hilaro and distinguished the speakers will explain you the concept and the uniqueness of areas, but what we do. And our statutes and guidelines says our responsibility is to support capability building activities for aspiring geoparks. So this is what we are doing, and today, and we will do coming years with you. We work with Global Geoparks Network. We work with UNESCO National Commissions. I don't know how many of UNESCO National Commissions from Africa and Arab states joining us together. We work with them, and if national commissions don't feel ready and informed about the concept, please do contact us. We are developing a video series to explain the role and importance of national commissions. So I know globally that this is very important early stage, national commissions involvement and understanding, and Geoparks national committees. So this comes slightly later when the countries have a good knowledge of the concept or they have already geoparks, and we work with them, and we really welcome aspiring geoparks to connect with their national commissions and the geopark national committees of other countries. So from governmental approach, from national commissions approach, you will learn very quickly. So national commissions and Global Geoparks Network are our main support organizations. We work with them for the capability building activities. And what we do, so this is the stakeholders of our program. We have field offices on the top left. I said, this is very important. Please do contact your field offices. Member states who are our decision makers, and as my ADG said, now they're in our executive board meeting deciding our future agenda, our future mandate. So we work very closely with permanent delegations, as we saw our distinguished ambassador explain his role for this program. We work with permanent delegations daily, regularly to explain the importance and contribution of this program to their countries. We have councils, we have IGCP Council, and we have UNESCO Global Geoparks Council. We have scientific experts and evaluators. So at headquarters, we work regularly with them for the evaluation and development aspects of geoparks. Of course, I mentioned IUGS and GGN, our main collaborators. And on the left, you will see this is the scientific community, IGCP project leaders, as I mentioned, 257 of them, scientists delivering our Earth Sciences projects, which will help build up the geoparks, aspiring geoparks, and 161 UNESCO global geoparks. So at headquarters, our team, and in collaboration with our field offices, these are the people and stakeholders we work regularly. And Professor Zouros will explain, we, in collaboration with GGN, and as you can see on the bottom, with national commissions, we provide educational capacity development activities. GGN delivers us on our behalf, and they are our delivery partners, they are our brain, and the levels increase actually. We have beginner level programs which are really original. So today we could be in Ngorongoro and we could do introduction, but we are doing virtually. So regional workshops is the ones we are just doing in an introduction level, explaining you the concept. And then when you will hopefully move upwards with the your knowledge, we will bring you to Lesbos Island, where we provide regular trainings, or we have Beijing courses. Again, we can provide financial support. UNESCO provides financial support for your participation in this course. And Nicolas Zouros will explain you, GGN provides extensive field visits to your area to explain you the program. And you can see the last bit is the mentorship exchange, which is my ADG mentioned. This is the twinning. So when you move upward with your Geoparks concept and model, we will take you and we will bring you a Geopark established for 5, 6, 7 years and running successfully, evaluated successfully. So they will show you on the field what they do. And the picture you see on the right is the Kenya aspiring park representative with Global Geoparks Network President Nicolas Zouros in his Geopark in Lesbos Island last year. He received 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks training in this Geopark. So UNESCO and GGN can collaborate, provide you these trainings. I think it will be explained much later. But also, as you can see on the bottom, Japan National Commission and Mongolian National Commission, they helped us for regional networks, regional trainings. We are also hoping that with the national commissions, we can provide more trainings. And we work with UNESCO Global Geoparks Council. So from you, it's very early for your level, but the council evaluates application forms and revalidation forms. So our team at headquarters, Margaret, Christophe, Charlotte, and myself and Marie-Laure, we work with a council who makes the decision, which is approved by executive board later. And this is a very quick review of the process. Hopefully in a couple of years, you will submit us your application, and it shows the process from the point you submit your application form, which we will help you over the years, and you will be announced as UNESCO Global Geoparks. The period is approximately 20 months. And you can see you do your application via your member states and us. And the red colors are our activities. We do desktop reviews, one-page summaries, presentation of your application to our member states for intergovernmental check. We organize evaluation missions, and we organize the council in collaboration with GGN, and we draft the item for executive board agenda for the approval of submission. So the process is approximately 20 months. You are not there, but we will be happy to work with you side by side for this process. I think I'm done. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope it was useful. And please do contact us, and we are here to help you for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Özlem. It's a very nice presentation. It's actually the first time I discover as well the sketches that you've used. That's what's going to feed in the video, right?
Yes, the video is nearly ready. It's being filmed, and these are the drawings from the video. So we will have 3 animations with this video, and so this is the taster.
I think it's important indeed to have such a video that explains in a couple of minutes what exactly is the essence of a geopark. So thank you very much for that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, we're a little bit behind schedule, also because we started a bit later. I see that some questions appeared in the chat box. I think they are more of generic nature, if I'm correct, but if I may pick up a couple of them. I see that Dr. Rifello is asking if there is an office of UNESCO in Libya. There is not an office of UNESCO in Libya. We have 52 offices around the world, but of course we cannot present in each and every country. But I just would like to say that there is the Rabat office in Morocco who is covering region. And then we have the Cairo office who covers the region as well. So if you want, send us an email and we will bring you in touch with the two colleagues in the respective offices and they will be able to help you further. I also like to mention here Sarah from Magma Geoparks, see that she's offering help as well, mentioning that Geoparks can contact her, and that's very kind. I think to do it in an orderly manner, it would happen through UNESCO. We do have a twinning program. We have the mentorship and knowledge exchange program together with GGN. So we will certainly use the offer of Geoparks like Magma to bring you in touch with them. I've seen that Alan Wiggle also mentioned something on South Africa, a country with a tremendous geodiversity, and I would absolutely concur with that. And then wondering why there are no geoparks, mentioning that there is a very big interest of the country in natural heritage and national parks. And I think that's something that's recurrent, not only in Africa, we see this as well in the US, but also in other countries. And I think that's one of the reasons why we organize this event here, to show as well that geodiversity can offer an entirely new world of conservation, and it's a different type in, how would I say it, in contribution to what UNESCO is already doing with the biosphere reserves and with the World Heritage, as Özlem presented. If there are any other questions, I see that, for example, Justine George raised her hand. With her indulgence, I would suggest we take that question maybe after the next presentation, where two colleagues will dig a little bit deeper in the different aspects that Özlem just opened up here. I would like to invite now Dr. Guy Martini, the chairperson of the UNESCO Global Geoparks Council, one of the founding fathers of the Geoparks concept. I don't think he needs a lot of introduction. Many people may be very familiar with Guy or may have met Guy already. And then I would like to welcome as well Dr. Asier Gilario. Dr. Asier Gilario is the chair of the International Commission on Geoheritage of the International Union of Geological Sciences, GS, but is also, of course, a senior evaluator of the Geoparks program and has a very knowledge of geoparks for running one of the most emblematic geoparks, the Basque Coast UNESCO Geopark. Guy and Asier, you have prepared a video. I would ask here Charlotte if she can upload the video, and I hope that we have no technical issue by doing so. The floor is yours. Thank you. Charlotte, can you upload the video?
Dear colleagues, I would like to start this presentation, which we are doing together with my colleague Asier Hilario, by going back a little bit to the UNESCO Geopark concept, and thus in a very simple way.
Sound has to go up.
As you have already understood above all, a UNESCO Geopark is a territory we must have a
Sorry, we cannot hear.
Charlotte, you will have to stop the video. I think the sound doesn't come through. There is no sound.
Okay, I will try again to put the video on.
Can be implemented. A UNESCO geopark must be a living territory with a population proud to live there, with a desire to imagine a different future for this territory. For the sake of clarification, I would like to share with you the semantic of the word geopark. As we all know, since the beginning of humanity, the first sacred sites were mainly geological sites that strongly marked the landscape, such as this mountain called Uluru in Australia, this mountain in Tibet, which still receive important pilgrimage, or this one in Ethiopia. Much later, years old. This cult of Mother Earth is found in Greek mythology, and in Greek language, this goddess Mother Earth is called Ge, Gaia, Geo. From the Geo prefix, other words have been developed over the time. Geometry, the measure of the earth. Geography, the description of the earth. Geomorphology, the form, the shape of the earth. And geology, the study of the earth. Consequently, in the name Geopark, we have Geo, which means the earth, Mother Earth, and park, zone, space. Therefore, conceptually, etymologically, and practically, a geopark is absolutely not a geological park, as it is not an open geological museum. With these definitions that we have now in common, I would like to invite you to explore in more details some fundamental aspects of UNESCO geoparks.
The planet looked like long before humans made their very recent entry into evolutionary history.
For example, we can have unbelievable paleontological sites where fossils are going to tell us about the evolution of life. We can find huge dinosaurs, we can find beautiful ammonites, or even we can find some of the most important paleoanthropological sites that tell us about where we come from, and therefore how we can evolve in the future.
Olduvai Gorge is a world-famous archaeological location in Tanzania, East Africa, and it is widely regarded as the cradle of mankind. It is one of the most important prehistoric sites in the world. Olduvai Gorge carries some of the oldest evidence of the remains of the earliest humans. It is here where Mary and Louis Leakey unearthed the first well-dated artifacts and fossils of the earliest humans, including Zinjanthropus skull, early stone tools, Homo erectus, and the larger-brained hominin that preceded the earliest modern humans.
Paleontological sites tell us also about the 5 big mass extinctions that happened on Earth history. Ecologists are already telling us that we are living in the 6th big mass extinction. And it is very important for us to understand what happened in the past, to know how we need to behave now in the present and in the future in order to avoid the 6th big mass extinction. Climate change Climate change is one of the most important challenges that we will have to face in the future. We will have to do it together. There is no other way. But it is absolutely necessary that we need to understand the real importance and the real relevance of climate change. And for that, we need to understand how the system works and how the climate has been working all along Earth history. In our geoparks, we have geological sites where we can read very well how the climate has been evolving in the last thousands of years or even in the last millions of years. We have sites where we can get very, very valuable information about some of the most important warming events on Earth history. We can learn about the consequences that happened a lot of years ago, and then we can adapt those consequences to the ones that we are expecting now for the next decades. So somehow, geoparks can become into real laboratories to understand what climate change is now and how the climate used to work in the past. The geology, our landscapes, the geology of our landscapes tell us also about something very, very deep. They are telling us that we are living in a dynamic planet where even mountains can disappear, a dynamic planet where the continents move, a dynamic planet where the geographies change. It is only a matter of time. And if you permitted me, this approach, this philosophical approach, help us understand that the slide of the landscape that we are seeing today, it's only a very short slide of a much, much longer story of evolution. This philosophical approach also helps us understanding that we just arrived to this beautiful planet, that we are very small, but at the same time that we have had the power to change and to destroy many of the ecosystems on Earth. And this is something that we need to reconsider for the present and for the future. We have a huge responsibility. Geoparks are somehow the guardians of the memory of the Earth. We need to work for the conservation of our geological heritage.
We're on the western end of the island, amid the remains of a vast forest, but the trees are now stone. It is one of the world's great petrified forests. An ancient volcano covered them in ash. Now, 20 million years later, you can still see their leaves, bark, and tissues.
We need to work for conservation of our geological heritage, of our natural heritage, of our cultural identity. That geoparks do not have any legal status to work for the protection of this geological heritage, but we have something more important. We have the people. Our strategy is to connect local people with their geological heritage and to make them feel that this geological heritage belongs to them and it's part of a much, much wider heritage that is distributed in all the planet. Our strategy is to put the geological heritage, the natural heritage, and the cultural heritage in the center of a development strategy of our territories. After 20 years of experience, we can really say that education and geotourism are very, very useful tools, very effective tools to work for the conservation of our geological heritage. Education is one of our main tools for resilience. Geoparks are territories for the future, and therefore Geoparks are territories with education. Education is one of the main pillars of any development strategy in any geopark in the world. We have beautiful geoschools in different geoparks, in different countries, in different cultures. And these geoschools are giving us an added value because they are talking about local nature, local landscape, local traditions, local culture. This is somehow a very, very useful tool to promote the pride of belonging to this community. Geoschools are giving us also an added value because since the beginning they work with the sustainable development goals. And this is something very, very important for the integral development of our children. We have beautiful geoschools in different parts of the world. And thanks to the network, to the Global Geoparks network, they are connected. They can share their experiences and they can even move from one place to the other and having very, very good experiences for them. Even now, during the pandemic, that we cannot travel, Geoparks have worked very, very hard on education. We have created dozens of different educational programs for our families and our children to be connected with the Geopark, to be connected among them. This is one way to show that education is one of our main tools for resilience in UNESCO Global Geoparks.
I am bored and feeling flat. Is there anything fun? At that time, let's go to Mudungshan Global Geopark. You can meet the living geological heritages through various geoeducation programs. Then let's find out what there are. First program, GeoSchool. At GeoSchool, you can learn geology in general, such as earthquake, volcano, dinosaurs, and more through geosites of Mudungshan area.